Whether it's helping a family find housing, making sure the built environment is safe, or helping residents create a vibrant community, safe, livable neighborhoods are a strategic focus of the City of Bowling Green. In this edition of Spotlight on Bowling Green, we will introduce you to the Neighborhood and Community Services Department and its role in promoting high quality of life in Bowling Green.
I'm the Director of Neighborhood and Community Services, so it's my job to oversee all the divisions that we have under the department and make sure that each one is providing the most efficient services that they can. The divisions are broken up into the Housing Division, which oversees our Section 8 program, our Building Division, which oversees the inspections and permitting process for new construction, both residential and commercial, and then our Code Enforcement Division, which maintains property codes and makes sure that properties are up to the relevant codes. The last one is our Administration Division, which encompasses our neighborhoods, our grants, City Central, and they just provide a variety of services to all of our residents. It's our goal to make sure that we provide the most professional, efficient service to the public as we can. We strive for excellence in all that we deliver, and we're here to serve the general public of Bowling Green.
The Housing Choice Voucher Program, also known as Section 8, is a federally funded program administered within the city limits of Bowling Green to provide low-income families with rental assistance.
I am the Housing Coordinator for City of Bowling Green. I oversee the Housing Choice Voucher Program for city limits of Bowling Green. Our program provides a housing assistance for very low-income families, disabled families, to be able to rent a safe and affordable rental property. This program provides housing vouchers for 606 families that live inside the city limits of Bowling Green. The participants also choose any housing that meets the criteria of the program, so they're free to choose where they want to live as long as it's inside the limits of Bowling Green. A housing choice voucher for City of Bowling Green is very important because we have so many families who are very low income or disabled families who are not able to rent any decent apartments or decent rental units. And as I said, we have a 606, but that's not nearly enough for families who are really in need. So whenever we usually can only take applications like once every 2 years or every year. And even at that time, we're just overwhelmed with how many people are in need for assistance. Our division also works with Housing Authority of Bowling Green and also HANDS in a home ownership vouchers. We also provide a home ownership assistance to families that go through the program through Housing Authority program and HANDS program. We work together, so when they're ready for home ownership, then we step in and provide a home ownership voucher where we basically help them pay their mortgage instead of their rent.
The Neighborhood Services Division is available to those wanting to get more involved with their community and neighborhood.
I am the Neighborhood Services Coordinator for the City of Bowling Green. My role is to work with neighbors, either in formal neighborhood groups or through informal networks, to work on projects in neighborhoods, to work on addressing any concerns or problems in a neighborhood, and to also work with communities of people who are here who may be limited English proficient and making sure that they are able to access city services. Some of the neighborhood services that we provide are, one, helping neighbors to organize neighborhood groups in their area and to work on projects. We also have the Select Neighborhood Action Program, or SNAP grants, which are mini neighborhood grants that groups can apply for to do a project in their neighborhood. We also administer the Neighborhood Watch Program in partnership with the Bowling Green Police Department. And we also administer our annual Summer Stroll series, which is a series of neighborhood walks through the City of Bowling Green's different neighborhoods. The Summer Strolls are a really unique venue for neighbors to be able to meet their city elected officials, sometimes their county elected officials, many of our city staff, and also it's a good opportunity for sometimes for them to get out and actually meet neighbors in the neighborhood that maybe they've not met before. And it gives us a really unique opportunity to be able to walk in a neighborhood, on the sidewalks, sometimes in the streets of a neighborhood, and see firsthand what the environment of the neighborhood is like, what people are doing in the neighborhood, how the housing appears. any kind of problems or opportunities that may exist in the neighborhood. And it's a very informal atmosphere. It's not a formal arena like what you would see at City Hall in a commission chamber. We stroll in areas where people have typically invited us to come and stroll in the area. And anyone that would like to schedule a stroll in their neighborhood can contact my office at 393-3674. And what I will do is work with the inviter on establishing a route, on scheduling a date, and also publicizing the information about the stroll so that we can have as many people come and turn out as possible. One of the things that we're working to improve is the city's overall language access plan, and that includes reaching out to members of our community who are native speakers of another language, interacting with them through their businesses, at church groups, through focus groups, at neighborhood meetings, being involved with as many different partnering organizations, whether they're faith-based groups or business networks, to reach as many of those folks as we can to make sure that they know that they're welcome here in Bowling Green, and we want to be able to hear their ideas for how to make Bowling Green better, and to make sure that they're able to access all of our city services, and that English is not an obstacle for them in being able to access those services. One of the groups that I work with is Bowling Green Coalition of Active Neighborhoods, and that is an umbrella organization for all of our neighborhood groups here in Bowling Green. A couple of years ago, they established this catchphrase that says, "Bricks and mortar form houses, but people shape neighborhoods." Neighborhood Services is concerned with our built environment, but it's also primarily focused on the relationships with people, whether those are folks who have come here from another country, whether it's folks who have grown up in Bowling Green, lived here all their lives, and the interactions that those people in our neighborhoods have with city government. And that's where we're trying to make our department the best it can be, and Bowling Green the best it can be, is by focusing on people.
In order to begin construction on a new building in Bowling Green, builders and contractors must first obtain building and electrical permits with the Building and Inspection Division.
Our building division oversees the permitting process for new construction and remodels. That would involve a person putting in a new pool, all the way up to building a new house or even building a new industrial facility. They review the plans, work with the architect, the contractor to make sure that everything is up to the current codes, and then actually also go out into the field and monitor the progress of the construction and make sure that everything is built as it was designed. That process, involves a lot of steps and a lot of labor. We have a highly trained staff that can handle those challenges.
In addition to handling the construction of new buildings, the city also enforces maintenance codes of existing buildings and properties through the Code Enforcement Division. These codes help promote public health, safety, and welfare.
Our Code Enforcement Division handles all property maintenance issues. That could involve over-occupancy of a single-family house up to tall grass to vehicles, inoperable vehicles in the yard, just a variety of different issues that come under that. That's mainly a complaint-driven process where a person could call in to our City Central and file a complaint on a piece of property in Bowling Green, and the Code Enforcement Division will go out and make inspection and work with the property owner to get that problem remedied. We have 4 different zones throughout the city that they work in and handle about 5,000 cases a year. So they stay very active in trying to make Bowling Green the best place to live.
An important division that makes our city unique is the City Central Division, which acts as a direct link between the citizens of Bowling Green and the various city departments.
My title is City Central Coordinator, and basically my area acts as a customer service call center. We field complaints, requests, and I act as a liaison between those complaints and requests and the city department that would actually handle those services. Our main objective, of course, is to provide good customer service to our citizens by helping them with questions and concerns, complaints that they would like to file. But we also process a lot of different permits. We process special event, parade, and noise variance permits, as well as the installation of new street lighting within the city limits. And then we also are getting ready to take on the scheduling of the downtown parks, which is Fountain Square, Circus Square and Riverwalk Park and all the activities that are housed in those areas. It really is very important that we kind of act as the first point of contact for a lot of citizens that have never contacted city government before. And what makes us unique and special is the fact that a lot of cities our size do not have a customer service call center. They can call us with any questions that they may have, and we try to direct them in the right direction. If it's something that we can handle, then that is something definitely that I process through with our other departments. But a lot of times we get calls that isn't really something that we are able to handle, but I try to advise them on what would help their need.
The administration division of the department manages the day-to-day tasks such as payroll and invoices, as well as the federal grants the department uses for its community programs.
We also have the administration arm of the department that oversees all the grant funding that comes to the city. Annually, the city receives about $6 to $7 million from Washington through the form of federal grants. Those would include our Community Development Block Grant Program, our Section 8 housing program, and also the transit program. Currently, our transit services are contracted to Community Action, and they operate the GO-BG transit system, as you see a lot of the buses driving around town. That money comes from Washington to help operate the program. It's important to have these services available so that people can interact with the city, become more involved, and realize and take full potential of what we have available. These services improve quality of life, improve education, business development. They just provide a wide array of services to the people and provide a wonderful access to make Bowling Green a better place to live.
If you would like to learn more about this or any Spotlight on Bowling Green program, contact City Hall at 393-3000.